Hi guys, it's Taronga, also known as TAETHETRAVELER. I'm so happy to be back, so happy to be filming again, so happy to be creating content for the Lion's Den. I've been gone for a little bit. I've been going through what is called creative apathy, and I actually didn't know it was a thing until very recently. So creative apathy is, people kind of confuse it sometimes for creative block. The difference is that creative block, you actually just can't create, like your creative juices are blocked. You don't know what to film, and if you're a musician, you don't know like what to play, you can't think of new ideas, you can't think of new poetry, you've got no inspiration to paint, that kind of thing. Whereas that's not the case with creative apathy. Apathy is more about lack of motivation, lack of zeal, lack of excitement about your craft. And that's where I was. Like, I just had no excitement to film, no excitement to create content, to plan my videos, just no zeal. And I think like this video is really important because I'm sure there's a lot of creatives who might be going through creative apathy and they just don't know what it is, and so they can't really name it, they can't identify it, they just know that they feel really blur about their craft. So I'm going to give you guys kind of some pointers as to how to identify creative apathy, and for me, how I came out of it, I guess. So one of the things about creative apathy is that it will leave you comparing, and that was completely me. Like, I kept comparing myself to other YouTubers who have been doing YouTube for years, by the way, and I was just like, oh my gosh, their content is so much better, their quality of filming is so much better, their lighting is so much better, they're getting more views than I am, and I felt like, you know, my views were not growing, and that I wasn't engaging with viewers the way I wanted, and I just became very critical of myself, of my craft, of my abilities. I doubted myself. I just felt really insecure about doing YouTube, so I stopped, because when you become very insecure about something, you obviously lose the desire, you lose the zest, you lose the excitement to do it, because you just don't think you're doing a good enough job, right? And that was me. And so these are all kind of indicators of creative apathy. And I think another thing that I kept doing is making up excuses as to why I wouldn't film. I kept telling myself I was really busy, and I kept telling Junior I was really busy. Junior's the guy who owns Lion's Den. And the truth is, I was busy. I'm currently doing my master's and I work full time, so I was busy. But one thing about creatives that I really believe is that we will make time for our crafts, guys. Like, we will go to bed super late editing videos, you know, going over that riff a couple of times, rewriting that line in that poem. You know, we are the kind of people that are willing to have like 4 hours of sleep because we are perfecting our craft. We're watching videos to learn how to get better in the thing that we love and we're passionate about. So I don't think creatives ever are too busy for their craft. So if you see yourself kind of being too busy, a lot of the times that you're falling out of love with your craft, you're falling out of love with just being creative and having that outlet, which is a sign of creative apathy. And that was what was happening with me. And I think like another thing that was back to the whole comparing thing is that a lot of the times as creatives, when we look up to people who are doing what we want to do, is that we don't consider the time it took for them to get to where they got to. We want overnight success, we want to blow up, we want to be, you know, on the Grammys, we want to win awards, and we want to be like social influencers and working with brands and all of that kind of thing. And we just don't consider that a lot of people have had to work and grind for years before anyone ever noticed them. And so I think for me, that was another thing, is just that I wasn't considering the fact that I had just started and that I needed to take time to get to where I wanted to get the views that I wanted to get. And I think another thing as well that you need to consider as a creative is that in order to get to where you need to get to, you need consistency. Consistency will pay off. Like, you can't do something for 2 months and then you don't see results and then you give up and you're like, oh, I didn't make it. You didn't make it not because you're not good enough, you didn't make it because you're not willing to push through the awkward stages of no recognition. You were not willing to, you know, firm it and kind of like put in the work and graft for months and months and months. And that's the thing about creative apathy, is that you just feel really discouraged and you're just like, it's not worth it and all of that kind of thing. So that's where I was. But what I did to get myself out of that place is that I took time out. Like I said, I reevaluated my videos, I watched them over and over again, which is so cringy. Like, I kept watching my content, identifying what I wasn't, oh, what's that? What I wasn't happy about my content, what I didn't like, what I wanted to improve on, yeah, like, and I think one thing I didn't really like about my videos, it was there was the whole Bible study like format they had, and so I took time to be like, okay, cool, what do I want to incorporate in my videos now? What do I want to change about them? I didn't like the quality, so I went and I bought a lighting ring. I don't know if you guys can notice, but my lighting's a little bit more clearer. Just I invested in my craft. I bought stuff, I bought equipment to improve my quality, to improve the quality of my videos. So yeah, it took some time to reevaluate and to actively work towards improving, so that I wouldn't feel so insecure about my content and the things that I was creating. Another thing is that I just reminded myself why I started YouTube, why I started filming for Lion's Den, what I loved about it. I read through messages that people had sent me in the past being like, oh man, that video that you made like really spoke to me. I really learned a lot, and I just kind of reminded myself like, look, your voice matters and your creativity matters and your content matters and your craft matters, and there's somebody out there who benefits from your craft. And that's the thing that creators need to understand, is that somebody needs to hear that song, somebody needs to hear that poem, somebody needs to see that video. Like, there's people out there who will benefit from your content. So yeah, that's what I did. I just reminded myself that my stuff was important and I needed to get out there. And lastly, I just spoke to other creatives and it was like, dude, this is what I'm going through, what advice do you have to give me? And people just encouraged me, reminded me like, look, Tav, every creative goes through some form of creative apathy and it looks really different for different people, but you can come out of it, you can push yourself out of it. And I think for me the new year really did make a difference. I came in 2018 ready to kind of go back to kind of fight for my dreams and to do the things that I'm passionate about and interested in. So yeah, that's why I haven't been filming. I was going through creative apathy, that's how I got out. So hopefully this video will be helpful for my fellow creatives. So I'm excited to start filming. You guys should watch out for content coming in the next week and the couple of weeks to come. Okay guys, I hope you are well. See you guys on my next video. Bye.